The Coastal Empire and Low Country studios of WJCL News. Good Day Savannah on Fox 28.
Taking a live look this morning, there is the Talmadge Bridge in Chatham County. Boy, what a nice start this morning.
Beautiful day.
One thing to notice as the sun is now getting up, not up yet, the sun is not risen, but we're seeing a little bit of light conditions, but some high clouds to start the day. Those high clouds will be with us, but no chances of rain. A very nice day on tap for us.
Yeah, what a pretty shot.
Gorgeous.
Great day.
Yep.
Great way to start your Thursday. Hey, everybody. Welcome to Good Day Savannah. It is 7:01 on October 9th. I'm Renee LaSalle.
I'm Cassidy Lance.
I'm Smartha York.
And now storm tracker meteorologist Jonathan Myers.
So we've got a lot going on your Thursday morning. We're talking about your news, talking about your weather. We've even got a live interview coming up talking about Savannah's Folk Music Festival. We always like to start off a little different here on Good Day Savannah. And let's just be honest, here on the Coastal and the Empire and the Low Country, we love our military, right?
We do.
Okay.
Definitely.
But a lot of our men and women are coming back injured. Check out the cover of Men's Health magazine, though. That is a tribute right there. That is an amputee, an Army Sergeant Noah Galloway. He lost his arm, he lost his leg, and he won a spot on the cover of Men's Health magazine.
That's amazing.
How
I mean,
incredible is
Great
that?
too.
yeah, that's
Very
such great shots, and I mean, just the fact that they're coming back and doing so well, and really, you know, exceeding, you know, what a lot of us do. I mean, they're going out and doing things that most people can't do.
Definitely. And he said literally fitness is what kept him out of that downward spiral too.
Yeah.
PTSD. So I don't
great
know,
outlet.
looks pretty good. Good
Yeah,
job.
absolutely awesome pictures there. Time now for the storm tracker forecast, and looking outside this morning, you just saw that live shot in Savannah at the Talmadge Bridge. And one thing to notice, let's think back about a couple months. It was nice and light by this time of the morning, but boy, those daylight hours really continue to shrink as we're heading into the getting closer to the winter months, and not too far away. 66 to 70 degrees, definitely not feeling like fall time this morning, with mid and upper 60s in most spots. How about a high today? 86 to 88 degrees in most areas. We'll have some high clouds around all the way through the afternoon. Now, looking into the weekend, well, I'll let you know if that warm weather will continue for Saturday and Sunday. That's all coming up a little bit later, and the complete look at the storm tracker forecast.
All right, thanks, Jonathan. Up first for you this morning, the very latest on the Ebola outbreak. The first person diagnosed with the virus in the U.S. is now dead, and doctors are testing another person for Ebola. Andrew Spencer has more.
After responding to the apartment where an Ebola patient had been staying, Sergeant Michael Monig with the Dallas County Sheriff's Office is now being screened for the deadly virus.
He just woke up, just felt a little sore, just kind of fatigued, and had a little bit of stomach ache. No fever, no, vomiting, diarrhea, anything like that. Just, experiencing somewhat flu-like symptoms.
Monig wasn't wearing a hazmat suit. He says he didn't have any kind of special equipment at all.
When you go home then the next day, you start hearing that equipment is being quarantined or asked to be bagged up. That starts putting those question marks in your mind.
But Monig didn't have any direct contact with Thomas Eric Duncan, the man who was diagnosed with Ebola in Dallas, Texas. Monig's risk of exposure is therefore considered at most minimal.
Contacts of contacts, and when we mean that, those that are around people that may have been exposed but are not yet showing signs and symptoms, there's absolutely no risk of the contact of a contact becoming infected.
What was supposed to be a prayer vigil for Duncan instead became a memorial on Wednesday. The 42-year-old Liberian national died 10 days after being diagnosed. Texas health officials say his body will be cremated to kill any of the Ebola virus still left in his body. In West Africa, there's no relief in sight for the three hardest hit countries. Ebola has killed more than 3,800 people in Guinea, Liberia, and Sierra Leone. I'm Andrew Spencer reporting.
Now, so far, only one person has contracted Ebola outside of West Africa, a nurse assistant in Spain. She is now being treated at the hospital in Madrid. The U.S. fighting back against the virus this weekend. Airports in America start screening for Ebola. WJCL News talking with reps at the Savannah airport. They say they don't plan to add the new procedures, but if you leave from here, you'll probably go through one of 5 airports that do, including, of course, Atlanta's Hartsfield-Jackson. Customs and Border Protection will take the temperatures of passengers, and a CDC questionnaire will be given out when those passengers land in the States. Added personnel at those airports come from the CDC and the Coast Guard, too. Now, since international travel is a staple in many of our nation's airports, we took our questions about the spread of Ebola to Georgia to the Department of Public Health. An expert told us what could happen.
Folks may leave West Africa after they've had contact with somebody with Ebola, be perfectly healthy for a number of days after they arrive in the U.S., and then develop Ebola symptoms. Witness what has happened recently in Texas. That could happen even in Savannah.
Dr. J. Patrick O'Neill says the health department is encouraging hospitals throughout the state to be cautious and check the travel history of every patient. Earlier this week, we told you that 100 soldiers from our region are headed to West Africa to help fight Ebola, and that includes soldiers from Fort Stewart, too. Now, the Pentagon says some of the U.S. military personnel could come in contact with the virus, especially those working in mobile testing labs, but they say they are very highly trained. Now, the Pentagon has sent 3 mobile labs to Liberia so far and will send more in the coming months. Now, each one is staffed by 3 to 4 service members. Wednesday, the head of U.S. military operations in Liberia spoke to President Obama.
We've been asked to provide some training to support some of the healthcare workers. We've been asked to provide our logistics. We have a unique capability to bring our logistic might. And we've been asked to provide our engineering expertise to fill the gaps that a team that's already been on the ground has been doing very, very well here through the government of Liberia.
Our military is essentially building an infrastructure that does not exist in order to facilitate the transport of personnel and equipment and supplies to deal with this deadly epidemic and disease. And we are doing it in a way that ensures our men and women in uniform are safe. That has been my top priority.
Now, WJCL News has been on top of the Ebola outbreak from the very start, including possible contamination scares in Beaufort County. Head to WJCL.com for the full Ebola timeline. And we've also got the transcripts from President Obama's conference leaders. It's all in the Ebola section under the News tab. Metro Police need your help this morning to find a driver in a deadly shooting. Now, it happened back on August 30th. Take a look. They are looking for this white Chevy Impala. It has a sunroof and tinted windows. The driver wanted in the shooting death of Antonio Mario Duncan. Now, Duncan was driving north on MLK Jr. Boulevard in this lime green 81 Chevy Malibu Classic station wagon when he was shot. The shooting happened on MLK between Liberty Street and Oglethorpe Avenue. Police ask anyone who knows about the shooting, the Impala, or anyone inside to call Crime Stoppers. The number right there on your screen, 912-234-2020. Also in Savannah, 2 men facing charges this morning after a gunfight that leaves 1 man injured. Now, police charging Richard Tolbert with aggravated assault after a shooting on September 30th. Lawrence Bryan IV is also charged with possession of marijuana with intent to distribute. Taekwon Alexander was injured in the shooting and taken to the hospital. WJCL News still working for you this morning, trying to find out who will be Metro's next police chief. Wednesday, we talked with city leaders who say a decision is still coming sometime this week. Now, the city is looking at 3 finalists, Ralph Evangelos, Joseph Lumpkin, and William Heim. If you'd like to learn more about each man and see their resumes too, head to our website, WJCL.com. WJCL News also working for you, continuing to follow underage drinking in Statesboro. Now, back in August, 18-year-old Michael Gatto died after he was beaten to death at Rude Rudy's bar. 20-year-old Grant Spencer is charged in his death. Well, we filed an open records request, and we found that Rude Rudy's and several other bars have been cited for breaking several drinking laws. This morning, new details about the crackdown on underage drinking. The Statesboro Department of Public Safety conducting alcohol beverage control ops today, Friday, and Saturday. Now, the operations include undercover and occupancy load inspections. Now, we told you earlier this week that several business owners were warned after they were caught serving alcohol to minors. Last month, Statesboro PD held a sting. They used an undercover minor going into several restaurants and using an underage ID to buy alcohol. Tuesday, 6 restaurant owners admitted that it happened, each one facing a 1-day suspension, but City Council issued a warning. If they are caught again this year, though, the restaurants face a 10-day loss of license.
Time now for the storm tracker forecast, and good morning to everyone. Getting a little bit light outside, and also we're seeing some temperatures are mild for October morning. 68 degrees current temperature. We are seeing just a few high clouds passing through. 90% is the humidity. Winds are calm. And looking at your day planner, how about starting out at 9 o'clock? We'll warm up quickly as we go all the way into the lunchtime hours. 71 degrees at 9, 83 at noon. 5 o'clock today, 85 degrees, and it'll be a little bit cooler than yesterday. 86 will be daytime highs. About 4 degrees cooler for Savannah. We did make it up to 90 yesterday officially at the airport. Really don't see any 90s for today, but we're going to continue seeing a warm up as we get closer to the weekend. Live radar, nothing going on across the southeast, mid-Atlantic looking dry. Some showers moving through St. Louis, so the Midwest is seeing a little bit of light to moderate rain. And the storm tracker forecast for today and tomorrow, 86 degrees with plenty of sunshine. For the weekend, continue that warm up, upper 80s for daytime highs. Not feeling like a October weekend, but it'll definitely feel more like summertime for Saturday and Sunday, and then chances of rain in the forecast late Tuesday and into Wednesday of next week, with a pretty strong cold front passing through, with highs going back down upper 70s by the middle of next week. So enjoy this warm weather if you like it, because we'll get it from today all the way into about Monday.
Excited about this week. How's that?
That's amazing. Yeah, soak up that last little bit of sun before fall kicks in.
I'm ready to do it. All right, everybody, it is 12 minutes after 7, about 68 degrees on your Thursday morning. Coming up on Good Day Savannah. A Savannah neighborhood just added to the National Registry of Historic Places. At 7:30, we'll tell you what makes this quiet suburb so special.
But first, an officer-involved shooting in Missouri sparks more violent protests. More details on that coming up in national news right after the break. Stay with us.